Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Lauren Graham recently revealed a deeply personal moment, a letter she once received from Diane Keaton, writing before her passing, which carried messages of encouragement that clearly left a lasting mark. In a public tribute, Graham shared lines from that letter, and suddenly that intimate snapshot of kindness and support has resonated with many, because it reminds us of how a few words, at the right moment, can change someone's life. Today, I want to walk you through that letter, its meaning, how it reflects on both women, and what lessons we can draw from it. When news broke of Diane Keaton's passing on October 11, 2025 at the age of 79, many in Hollywood and beyond mourned the loss of an icon. Keaton's legacy spans decades of film, acting, and creative risk. But among the tributes, one stood out for its personal depth: Lauren Graham's post, in which she shared an excerpt from a letter Keaton had sent to her years ago. In that note, we find something far more than pleasantries. We find connection, belief, and a call toward possibility. In the note, Diane Keaton writes, "Please don't be a stranger. Please invite me to one of your dinners. And finally, please hug yourself in the morning and remember to write your book and don't let yourself get anxious, you big winner you." She signed it, Love D. Pause on that for a moment. It's not a long letter. It's a few lines, but it carries weight. It invites presence, offers a gesture of warmth, gives self-compassion, and then issues a permission or reminder. Remember to write your book, something Graham says was a dream at the time. And then she caps it with a playful yet sincere admonition. Don't let yourself get anxious, you big winner you. Lauren Graham, in her caption, reflected that at the time this letter was written, she had not yet published a book. She said that Diane's encouragement changed my life. What's remarkable is how the words function across time. They weren't a once-off pep talk. They became part of the narrative Graham carried forward in her career, in her writing, in her self-belief. Think about that. When someone tells you don't let yourself get anxious, or remember to write your book, it's not just advice, it's a hand extended, connecting belief in someone's potential to the person receiving it. It's saying, I see in you a possibility. Diane Keaton and Lauren Graham shared screen time in the 2007 romantic comedy, Because I Said So, in which Keaton played the mother of Graham's character among others. That working relationship or artistic proximity evidently planted seeds. Whatever their personal relationship outside the set, we now see the mark of influence. In revealing this letter publicly, Lauren Graham does more than memorialize Diane. She invites us into a space of vulnerability and reciprocity. She reminds us that those small gestures, the letters, the words of encouragement, the gentle nudges, matter. They ripple. Now, what can we explore more deeply at this moment? First, the power of affirmation. Too often we underestimate the effect our affirming words can have on others. Diane's note didn't need to be grandiose. It didn't need to be a long speech. But she called Graham, you big winner you, a phrase that feels intimate, playful, and respectful all at once. In that simple line, she named confidence. She offered permission to claim success, or at least to believe in it. Second, the permission to create. Remember to write your book is a rare turn in a short letter. It's not a generic expression of good intentions. It's a specific encouragement toward creation. It acknowledges that Graham carried within her a latent ambition. That statement, at that moment, helps transform doubt into action. It grants license to move forward. Third, self-compassion and presence. Please hug yourself in the morning is such a vivid image. It's a small, concrete act, and yet it's loaded. It holds tenderness. It suggests beginning each day with kindness toward oneself. It softens the stakes. It invites grace. Fourth, staying connected. Don't be a stranger. Invite me to your dinners. That speaks of relationship, of presence over time. It's not simply, let's stay in touch. It's personal, physical, concrete. It invites reciprocity. Fifth, naming anxiety without shame. She doesn't ignore the possibility of anxiety. She names it, don't let yourself get anxious, but she does so gently with encouragement. It doesn't shame, it doesn't erase. It holds space for challenge but says, I believe you can move through it. We often talk about mentorship in big terms, formal relationships, structured guidance. But this letter is an example of informal mentorship. An artist reaching out to another with belief and privilege, offering something intangible but real. It underscores that mentorship isn't always about giving solutions. Sometimes it's about offering presence, faith, and gentle prodding. In the wake of Diane Keaton's passing, this letter takes on extra resonance. It reminds us that we can carry the people who believed in us even after they are gone. It shows how acts of encouragement become part of our inner voice, a touchstone in hard moments. And it models a form of legacy, not just in the films and the public persona, but in the private, whispered gestures of humanity. Lauren Graham's decision to share these lines invites us to reflect on our own stories. Who has reached out to you with encouragement at just the right moment? What note, what message, what phone call awakened in you a sense of possibility? And how often do we hesitate to offer such words to others? This also raises the question, what if Diane had never sent that letter? Would Graham have taken that creative leap? Possibly yes, but maybe not with the same confidence, or not in the same way. We can't measure the counterfactual, but we can acknowledge that the positive influence is real and that it matters. From a broader perspective, think of how small gestures shape creative lives. Writers, actors, artists, dreamers, they often move in uncertainty. They work in solitude. They wrestle with doubt. In that landscape, a few words of validation can shift trajectory. They can keep someone going. That's why Graham titled her caption, "Her encouragement changed my life." And why readers, fans, and observers responded emotionally. Because we see ourselves in it. We've needed that faith, that prompt, that soft insistence. And we felt the absence when it never came. It's also meaningful that this revelation comes now, in a moment when cultural memory is spotlighting Diane Keaton's legacy. In reading the lines, many sense not just a moment between two women but a broader pattern, how icons influence privately, beyond the public roles. How the off-screen moments can be as powerful, in some ways more powerful, than the on-screen ones. Lauren Graham now stands as an artist, a published author, a screen presence, a public voice. We see how her creative life expanded. We can speculate that part of that expansion was nurtured by that note, a spindle of possibility. And now, in sharing it, she extends that spindle outward again, giving others permission, encouragement, and humanity. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.